An arrangement set, we need to arrange 12 items in 16 shelves. So 4 shelves are going to be empty. The items are categorized as biscuits, 5 of them. 3 are candies, so that's 5 and 3, 8. So 4 of them will be savouries type. In a shelf, we can have only one item, which is decently obvious, right? Now, items are places that all items of a type, so that is all biscuits, all savouries, all candies, are clustered together. No empty shelf between items of the same type. Whereas there's at least one empty shelf between the different types of items, right? And at most 2 empty shelves can have consecutive numbers. Now don't forget this. Usually what happens is when clues are given as numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, whereas one clue is given separately, one sort of tends to forget it. So while it's not difficult at all, but still to recap, we have 5 biscuits which all will be together. We have 3 candies which will be together. We have 4 savouries which will be together. We do not know the order amongst them. They could be any which way. And we know between them there needs to be at least one. And at most 2 can be together. So there are 4 empty. So just remember 4 empty, of which only 2 can be consecutive at most. So A and B are to be placed. Now we are talking about the specific item A, B, C, D till L, I guess it is. No, it's whatever. So A and B are to be placed in consecutively numbered shelf in increasing order. Now this increasing order suggests that it has to be A and B. So this is not very difficult. A and B in consecutive, right? I and J are to be placed in consecutively numbered shelf. Okay, so again it's consecutive. Both higher numbered than the shelves in which A and B are kept. So wherever A and B are kept, we need higher than them, I and J. But now I don't know which can go where. Yeah, nothing is mentioned about I and J. They're relatives among themselves. Both the cells should be higher number than A and B. That's it. D, E and F are savouries. Okay, so here we get, and there were just 3 savouries, no, 4 savouries, 3 candies. So 3 savouries we know and are to be placed in consecutively numbered shelf. Obviously they have to be together in increasing order. So this increasing order refers to D, E and F that way. Okay, so right to left they have to be D, E, F after all the biscuits and candies. Oh, so there is quite a lot of information here. So I'm going to have all the biscuits, all the candies, and after them I'm going to have this D, E and F, and then consecutively numbered in this order itself. These are related to not B and C but biscuit and candies. So I am somehow making some notations just to help me so that I don't have to run back through all the clues. Okay, so first finish this. K is to be placed in shelf number 16, that's a direct one. Now L and J are items of the same type, whereas H is an item of a different type. Now L and J, if you look, so we are talking about types now. Okay, so J is consecutive with I. So obviously they are of the same type. If there are 2 different types of items, they need to be separated by a blank one, but they are consecutive. So that J comes along with I, J, and L is also of the same type. So one item type we have is I, J and L. Whereas H is a different type. So yeah, H is a different type of item. Now here one might end up making a mistake saying, okay, A and B are also consecutive. So A and B also have to be of the same type. Now where is A and B? Does it necessarily have to go with H? That could be a mistake that someone might make. Yeah, so right now this clue is just telling me that L, J are together of one type and H is of a different type. That's it. Okay. And I just put in I here because I know I is of the same type as J. Don't be in a rush to say hence AB will be here. C is a candy. Okay, so now I know one more C is a candy and is to be placed in a shelf preceded by 2 empty shelves. So candy, C as a candy, okay, and then there are 2 empty shelves before it. Okay, so this is the group of candies then. Right, all candies have to be together. There's nothing to the left of C, so there has to be to the right. And how many candies do we have? We have actually 3 candies. Okay, so this 3 candies, and then there needs to be an empty block. Okay, L is to be placed in a shelf preceded by exactly 1 empty cell. Exactly 1 empty cell, right? So that has to be only 1. So this is 1, then there's L. And do we know that L is a part of this group? So there is definitely 3 or more of them. So this is one another group. So these are the clues that we have. So right, left. So let's start. So I'll quickly put down 1. I'll keep it a little close. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Direct clue that I had was K is to be placed in 16. Okay. Yeah, that I was talking of D, E, F now here. Sorry, when I was talking of these types, I missed out. I just mentioned about A and B, but D, E, F are also together, and in fact D, E, F are savouries. So savouries are 4 in numbers. So yeah, so the error that one could make is that D, E, F all could be clubbed with H. There are 4 savouries, but then it's too quick for us to jump to that conclusion. In fact, now that I see this, I see biscuits and candies are going to come before. Then there is going to be the savouries last. So this K has to be a part of savouries. Hope you get that. Right? All biscuits will get biscuits and candies. Then there is a minimum 1 empty shelf, and then all the savouries, and the savouries are together. And after the savoury there can be an empty shelf, but there can't be any other product. So this is the last product. So D, E, F has to be together with K. Okay, and so this along with K, which is the next one, now I am extending, is type 1, which is savouries. Okay, this is another type, and this is a third type. Hope you can manage that here. Type 1, type 2, type 3. So this has to necessarily be empty. Okay, so far so good. Now I have to put AB, as I said, could be here as well. That would make 5 of this. Or AB could go here, which would make 3 and 3. Then 2 more are left somewhere. I have to search for that. But then I see this. Okay. This part is going with L. Now C also has to be different from L. C and L cannot be in the same group. Right? Because if L is to the right of C, immediate, consecutive, then this condition cannot be met that it's preceded by a blank. Right? So, the same logic, C can't be consecutively with L in a group of product because it has to be preceded. So, C and L should be separate. So, this is L here. So, C should go somewhere else. Now, C can't go there. So C has to go here, and we know that this is the group of candies then. So candies means 3 of them. So biscuit means 5 of them. So now this AB has to go as a group. It can only go in here. Now this was the tough part of this set. So if you have figured this out, or if you did not figure this out, now that you know this thought, redo it on your own. Who is left? A, B, C is done. D, E, F, G is the other candy, G, H, I, J, K is there, and L. So I've got all these things. So this as a group is together starting with L. So L has to start, and then we also know that I, J has to be next. So do I know this also? Yes, I know this. This is A, B, and then I, J. I do not know the order, but it is in this way. Okay, and do I know this has to be H and G in some order? That's it. So it got, suddenly it got unraveled, students. So now I don't know who starts with biscuits or so on. So let's start with candies. So one particular type is, if I start with candies, it is an empty and an empty. And then you have C, H and G can interchange positions among themselves. Then L has to have exactly 1. So that's take care of the 4 empty shelves also, and this has to be in the order L, B, A. I and J can interchange amongst each other. This is when I put candies ahead. Could I put the biscuits ahead? Yes, then L should be preceded by a 1 empty one. So this is L, A, B, and then I would have I and J. They could interchange amongst each other. 7th one would be empty. 7th and 8th both would be empty. Then C, H and G could interchange amongst each other, and then the empty D, E, F, K. So these are the only 2 types. So it seemed a little tough, but if you focus attention on how the items are, the 3 groups, then suddenly it becomes easy. So let's answer the questions. In how many different ways can the items be arranged on the shelf? So 2 broad ways. In the first way, 2 into 2, 4 of these ways. Here also IJ and HG can interchange independently. So 2 into 2, 4, 4 plus 4, 8 are the total number of ways. Which of the following item is not a biscuit? Biscuits are 5, A, B, I, J, L. A is a biscuit, B is a biscuit, I, J, L is a biscuit, G is not. Which of the following can represent the number of empty shelves in the possible arrangement? There are only 2 broad arrangements. The empty shelves are 1, 2, 6, 12, 1, 2, 6, 12, or 1, 7, 8 and 12. So 1 is perfect, 12 is always there. So either 2, 6 or 7, 8. 1 is there, 12 is there, 1 is there, 12 is there, 2, 6. So this is that, 7, 8, so this 11 can't be, 2, 6, 5 can't be, 2, 6, 8 can't be. So 3. Which of the following statement is necessarily true? There are 2 empty shelves between biscuits and candies. In this arrangement, biscuit, candies, there are 2 empty shelves. So it is possible but not necessary. Yeah? In this case, between biscuits and this, there is only 1 empty shelf. So this keyword here, this is possible, not necessary. May be true, may not be true. All biscuits are kept before candies, not necessary. We had this also. It is also just possible, maybe, maybe not true. Right? There are at least 4 shelves between B and C. Let's look at this. B and C. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the first case. B and C, 1, 2, 3, 4. Whichever case it is, this is necessarily true. Necessarily true for all the cases. So this is what we are searching for. Anyway, all candies are kept before the biscuits. This is pretty same as second one, biscuits before the candies. Either of them can come before, right? So none of them are necessarily true.